Today's episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. If you go to expressvpn.com/inside, you can get 3 months for free. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside Gaming Daily for Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's the hump day, which means we gotta give them some of this, some of that. Whoo, ha,
Watch out with those humps, because the Twitch police are out in force.
Yeah, lately Twitch has been on a real streak of displaying streamers for seemingly no reason. Very weird.
Apparently these bans are for sexual content, but they don't really seem sexual at all.
Hey, speak for yourself, man. My Wednesday humps exude sexuality.
To be fair, Twitch has banned a lot of streamers over the years for a variety of reasons.
Of course, yeah, there have been bans for nudity, slurs, and when Dr. Disrespect got banned temporarily for streaming in a bathroom at E3, multiple times.
One streamer was even banned for taking his shirt off after he covered himself in tomato sauce.
We've all been there.
But the recent wave is a little different, confusing tons of people on the platform.
Yeah, so how did this particular wave start, Brian?
And first of all, I'm sorry, I love tomato sauce and I love taking my shirt off, so my band like a man. So this all started when a streamer named, I'm gonna butcher this, Quqco, was recently suspended for streaming because apparently wearing a Chun-Li costume from Street Fighter was considered too sexually suggestive.
I mean, those thighs.
Yeah, the irony there is you can play Street Fighter, that's fine. We'll let you judge for yourself, but it doesn't seem like this outfit is really all that revealing at all. It comes up to her neck. I've heard some people trying to defend it, saying that the camera's pointed down so you can see her crotch, but yeah, women have crotches. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, sure, we see some leg. But Chun-Li needs her legs free to do her lightning kick.
Action jeans.
It's functional.
So Quqco seemed mystified as to why she was banned. She tweeted, "I'm fully covered. I don't understand Twitch. How is this sexually suggestive content?"
Now for some context though, Quqco.
I'm sorry, we're massacring that
Isn't
name.
that's the lady from Big Bang Theory, right? Quqco.
Oh, I was thinking Empire, or no, not Empire of the Sun. Emperor's New Groove. Never mind.
Just as good. Quqco has been banned in the past for more risque stuff, like exposing her underwear when bending over to pick up something. Oops.
Hey, it happens.
It happens.
What is that? Tomato sauce on the floor? Well, let me. Don't mind if I do.
This time it seemed pretty innocent.
Twitch has seemed fine with this exact cosplay in the past, right, Brian?
Yeah, I dug around just for research purposes only and found another Chun-Li cosplayer, Heimcare, from 5 years ago. Still on Twitch, no ban, no tomato sauce. Maybe that was why.
Must be. Regardless, this seems to be part of a recent trend of Twitch going after content that it suddenly deemed sexually suggestive.
Yeah, another streamer, Bridget DeVoe, got a 3-day suspension for engaging in sexually suggestive content, but Twitch never really clarified what the ban was for exactly.
Yeah, and in another weird case, Overwatch streamer Fariha got a warning and was put on 90-day probation for wearing a sports bra and workout clothes to the gym.
I mean, if you can't wear a sports bra and workout clothes to the gym, where can you wear it?
Yeah, and it's not even that revealing of a sports bra. It's what you would wear to the gym.
Lululemon. It's classy.
Fariha tweeted the allegedly offending image and wrote, "Because workout clothes and showing midriff equals lingerie? Okay, cool. So even artwork isn't safe, right, Brian?"
Yeah, another streamer, the hentai artist Sarue, got a warning for nudity for her drawings, despite the fact that both characters she drew had clothes on. It made no sense.
Yeah, but they were nude under the clothes.
You got a great point there, yep.
We've got one more awesome example too. The streamer Shift was also warned recently for an emote of SpongeBob SquarePants ripping his pants. I mean, come on, that's what he's wont to do.
We gotta protect the memes. They're coming for our memes now. So yeah, this has been a popular meme for a while, but Twitch disallowed the emote, calling it imagery of sexual content or nudity. Which is extra ridiculous because SpongeBob doesn't even have a butt crack. It's just Sponge. It's just a square boy. That's it. Which I guess is pretty sexual depending on your flavor.
Well, you're looking at the back.
That's
Look in the back.
Please say psych.
Why is all this happening? It's kind of hard to suss out a unified theory because these are all separate cases.
Yeah, some of the affected streamers like Fariha suspect that they may be the victim of trolls who are using coordinated mass reportings to get them in trouble.
She told Kotaku that she thinks that sometimes if a number of reports hit a critical mass, Twitch will act quicker than in other cases.
The theory is that Livestream Fail, the subreddit, then also has a Discord of extra specially shitty people who will coordinate mass attacks on people they don't like, which is to say, the Whammon! How dare they be out there living and breathing.
So maybe this was more of an automated thing rather than an actual person making a judgment call, which sounds like a terrible policy, to be clear, on Twitch's part if we're being honest.
Yeah. Certain communities, like these shadowy discords, figure out that these systems are automated, they will absolutely weaponize them against people they don't like. As for Twitch's actual policy on nudity and proper attire for streamers, they recommend that creators wear attire that is appropriate public attire for a given context, intent, or activity.
They go on to say, for game streams, most at-home streams, and profile and channel imagery, we recommend in attire appropriate for public settings, such as what you would wear on a public street, or to a mall, or a restaurant, which is really misleading because personally, I would totally wear a sports bra covered in tomato sauce out to the mall.
Yeah, and I have. I will again.
I don't have the same hair Brian does. It just
just
slides
roll
right off.
So they even give examples, right, Brian?
Yeah, like if you're doing a fitness stream. Yeah, like if you're doing a fitness stream or on a public beach, you should wear attire appropriate to those public contexts, such as workout clothes or a swimsuit, respectively. So basically, they're saying you're in a beach, you don't have to wear a three-piece suit.
They finish by saying that attire intended to be sexually suggestive and nudity are prohibited. Attire or lack of attire intended to be sexually suggestive includes undergarments, intimate apparel, or exposing/focusing on male or female genitals, buttocks, or nipples. Yeah, in Freya's case, she was wearing workout clothes at the gym. That seems exactly within the boundaries of Twitch's stated and explicit rules, so it's really hard to imagine a situation in which this was justified in any way.
Meanwhile, there are plenty of other streamers who regularly stream in much skimpier outfits. The popular streamer Amaranth, who has nearly 1.4 million followers, was banned after she was rolling around on the floor with her dog and then, oops, exposed her vagina on stream. It happens to the best
darn
of
it,
us.
darn it, you're having a good day.
Yeah.
You're having a good day rolling around with your dog and your vagina just plops right out onto the floor.
Yeah, but that seems to be a much more clear-cut case. She was banned for 3 days and as
3
of...
days?
I know, right? As of today, she's back in business doing ASMR videos in perfectly low-cut tops.
Yeah, she's like running her fingernails over the So the larger issue here, obviously, is that Twitch doesn't seem to uniformly enforce its own rules, even though it has tried to make them explicit and fairly reasonable. What's stated makes sense, it's just how do any of these cases actually infract any of those rules? Tough to say.
Some streamers are getting popped for wearing pretty innocent cosplay, while others are doing the same or worse, i.e., vagina.
The context of this makes it especially rough, doesn't it, Brian?
Yeah, it's not really a good time for Twitch to be banning streamers, especially seemingly at random. You might remember Ninja announced last month he was leaving for Mixer, and then after that announcement, downloads of Mixer doubled. Ninja's up to currently more than 2.2 million followers on the platform, so Twitch has some competition now.
What makes this extra bad is that, and this is something that maybe is assumed but is worth stating, is that if you have a temporary ban on Twitch, that costs you money. And if there is a community out there targeting you and trying to get you banned on Twitch, they're attacking your income directly. This is a serious problem. People have built up their livelihoods on this platform. They're owed some sort of explanation or dialogue about why suddenly now half your month's income is gone. Normal jobs can't just do that. That's not legal.
People like Ninja aren't even immune to this. I mean, he's got a fraction of what he had on Twitch now on Mixer, but it's a sign that Twitch has some legit competition, and it's not really hard to imagine that more people might jump ship if Twitch keeps banning people for seemingly no reason.
Mixer allows those SpongeBob emotes. Twitch could collapse overnight. Where the memes go, so do the viewers. The Twitch empire shall crumble.
If you meme it, they will come.
Exactly. It could also be a case of letting automation take over too much of your business rather than good old human eyeballs, but that's also where it gets tricky. YouTube has gotten criticized a lot for that, for automated systems, but at the volume they have to deal with, and especially since Twitch is live, there's really no way for them to rely on human oversight all the time. So maybe it is the sort of thing where Twitch put a system in place, so if somebody's streaming a shooting or something like that, that if there's a wave of mass reports, that it just shuts it down right away. Maybe that's why.
It's hard to imagine a person in 2019 looking at a Chun-Li cosplay and thinking, yeah, that's a ban.
So yeah, maybe Twitch just needs to hire more people to manually review these things, especially in the case of a mass reporting.
They might be legit, they might just be trolls, but it's better to let a human deal with these than a robot.
Sometimes, I mean, humans can have biases as well.
Robots can have biases too.
Actually, that's true.
Cold, unfeeling biases.
They learned it from us. Twitch isn't the only service having issues with policing content these days. It seems that a lot of big communal platforms have caused confusion with selective policy enforcement lately.
Yeah, Valve has been in the news a lot over the last year for its policies on what it allows and, more interestingly, doesn't allow on Steam. Last year, Valve said it was going to basically let every kind of game on Steam, leave it up to the audience to decide what is or isn't offensive. They famously said they were going to allow whatever as long as it wasn't illegal or straight up trolling.
But despite that claim, they found themselves having to police what's on their platform, banning a game called Rape Day, and recently a very racy visual novel called Taimenen Asagi. The issue basically being, though, that there are other very racy visual novels on Steam, and those seem okay. So what was it about that one that suddenly crossed the line?
Yeah, you can claim that you want to be hands-off, but if there's an outcry, it's pretty hard not to take action. So in Twitch's case, they seem to be more hands-on about dishing out the punishment, but again, you run the risk of alienating your creator base, the people who actually make your platform possible.
These are also the growing pains of companies that seemingly don't want to implement standards and practices, but they're starting to learn they kind of have to. You can't have that content on your platform and claim no responsibility for what it is or the proper enforcement of it.
Yeah, maybe they don't want to necessarily, but if you've got people streaming topless, you gotta crack down. No pun intended.
Boo.
Yeah, because if you don't enforce some kind of rules and make it very known, and become 4chan or some other lawless corner of the internet, which as well, because even 4chan has rules.
They kicked that 8chan founder off the virginity site after he had sex for the first time. So, I mean, everyone's got a code.
The weird thing is, this is nothing new. It's just that these platforms kind of grew up without having this system put in there that every other media has come to naturally over the years. I mean, TV has done this for decades, right, Brian?
Yeah, like for instance, if you're a stand-up comic and you're performing on a late night show, before you get on the air, you've got to first perform your set in front of a standards and practices person. That person's gonna listen to your set, they're not gonna laugh, and they're gonna tell you all of the things you can't say on the air. So there's a filtering process that you never ever see as just a general audience member.
It's operating at scale that makes that process very hard to do for something like YouTube and Twitch. There's no way that a standards and practices enforcement can apply to YouTube videos when they're uploaded millions of hours every day, or Twitch streams which are live. It's a tough situation. I mean, historically, TV shows have bumped up against those standards and practices again and again and again. You might see some writers making fun of standards and practices because everyone tries to be edgy. Because there's money in pushing boundaries. You want to be the first show to do a thing to get buzz and people talking about it. Turns out the exact same thing is happening on YouTube and Twitch, just taking a different angle.
Yeah, but from the platform's perspective, they have to be the content cops, and they have to say what is and is not okay. Twitch probably doesn't want to be in this position, but the bigger they get, the more they, well, have to be.
Hopefully they're having some big internal meetings right now being like, what the hell's going on? And hopefully all of the actual humans that do the enforcement can be a little more uniform about how they apply it. If you want to build your platform on Twitch and build your revenue on Twitch, the last thing you want is to feel like it might be unsustainable or, what's the word I'm looking for? Unreliable. That's a really weak ending. Whatever. Cut it all out. Today's episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN, which will offer you internet security wherever you go. If you get on public Wi-Fi and you're transmitting your data around, you're sending your Twitch streams around, you're buying things, you're subbing, you're getting those SpongeBob memes, guess what? All that information can be publicly viewable to other people on that Wi-Fi. You know you've seen it, that dude in the hoodie with the sunglasses who's typing away. You hear like Prodigy music kind of floating over from his laptop. You know what he's doing. He's hacking. And you can be smarter than him with ExpressVPN. So rather than just connecting directly to the internet through an open connection like public Wi-Fi and like a, Starbucks or a hotel or lobby or whatever, ExpressVPN actually connects you to their private server first, and then from there goes to the rest of the internet. And here's the trick. All the data between you and ExpressVPN is encrypted. So Snoopers, that hacker dude bounding away to Prodigy's soundtrack, he won't be able to get your data. It's all encrypted. It's all locked down. So that'll keep your information private and make sure that your data does not get out there in the wild, because it only takes one time. It only takes one time for that information to get out there, and then it's on the wind, and those hackers are gonna be cracking open their cyber beers and having a good time with all of your money. And that's yours, you earned it. So you can get 3 months for free today by clicking the link in the description, and that's expressvpn.com/inside. And then you can find out how you can get 3 months for free. Once more, that's expressvpn.com/inside to take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months for free. So thank you, ExpressVPN, for protecting all of us innocent people out here. We just want to stream. We just want to bend over and get that tomato sauce. That's all we want to do.
Filters can fix everything, Adam.
You want to read the name?
Oh boy, yeah, Laura's, take it away.
Oh no,
I don't know.
Oh, you want me to? Oh, I'll do this.
I don't care who it
I'll do it, yeah. So the streamer in question is known as, AKA Your Highness, and she was super popular on the Chinese live streaming service.